The man you see on screen is Derek Lyons, the new manager of the Waterford senior camogie team. A chastening kind of performance in some ways, Derek, on your first day out.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I mean, we knew we'd have work to do. Tip having the advantage of the game last week, I suppose, stood them and I suppose that showed a little bit more in the second half. We settled into the game a bit better. Didn't have the advantage of the wind, I suppose, as well. It didn't help us. So yeah, we needed a lot of things going right for us at the start, and it just didn't happen. And conceding an early goal, I suppose, set us back a little bit as well in terms of our preparations for the game.
Yeah, because I'm just conscious you're coming in here today, your first touch has to be right and everything like that, and then you get stung by a goal in the first 20 seconds and you have a breeze to battle as well.
Yeah, you've said it all there in one. Like, I mean, what worse could have happened, you know, my first game as well, being involved. But look, in fairness to the girls, they plugged away. I mean, yeah, look, I mean, overall you'd have to say we're disappointed as in the round, but in the second half I think we took a lot of positives out of the way we played. Another day maybe teams' heads could have dropped and maybe there could have been a much higher score against us, but they put the heads down. I think we won the second half on the scoreboard, so that's as much as you can ask out of the girls. Look, and look, we're acutely aware of how much work we have to do going forward. Like, I mean, there's a misconception I think around there that Waterford are one of these teams that should be reaching quarter-finals every year or semi-finals, and like, we're not under any illusion. Like, we've a load of work to do, you know.
Looking at it as well though, now, you know, you face on to Cork, and then you have a situation, you know, of sitting out waiting on maybe how way championship is going to work out for you and so forth. That must be kind of hard to plan now. Keep things kind of ticking over, let's say.
Yeah, no, look, in fairness, it's no different to any other setup. I mean, like, that's the way it is. Every other team is in that same boat. We have a match next week that we have to win if we want to progress in the league. And if we don't, we have another match to play in a round-robin relegation setup, like, you know, and we'll have to utilise every single opportunity we get now to progress and be a better team come championship. Like, and as I said, it's all about making progress this year, and progress doesn't necessarily mean getting to an All-Ireland final. Progress is about bringing the standards up in general across the whole team. And it's like, look, I can't fault the girls' effort today. Tipperary were the better team, deserved their win, and you know, we just have to look at that and say we were beaten by a better team, but we have to just keep working hard.
Let's just look at a few positives before we let you go then. An opportunity to blood a few players, a couple of players back in the setup and all that, so you must be quite happy with some of their performances.
Yeah, overall, look, I mean, in fairness, and we've made a lot of changes, positional changes. I mean, this team is pretty much made up of most of the team that they had last year, maybe even the year before. And look, we would have seen ourselves identify the need to make some positional changes. I thought, in fairness to Sarah Lacey, I thought was outstanding out around the middle of the field, the girl that has played in the full forward line, and a lot have been asked of her as a young girl the last couple of years. I thought she blossomed there today, and she's really put her hand up. And then the role for Kate Lynch to play on possibly their best player, you know, and I think she held her to a point or two from play. So there's a load of positives. Like, I mean, look, the scoreline is the scoreline. Yeah. You can't hide behind it, and we won't try. But what we'll try to do is learn from it and see what areas that we can try and improve on. And it won't be, those improvements will be gradual. We think, look, there's a lot of good girls coming through. We've got to introduce a minor there today, Maureen O'Brien, who's really good talent coming through, and there's some really good talent and really good work going on in camogie and Waterford underage. So this is a progress. This is a mission, I suppose. We're starting out today with a bad result and possibly a bad defeat, but we'll keep our heads up and we'll plan now for even probably a bigger challenge next week against Cork. And that's as much as we can do.
Well, thanks indeed for joining us. Hard luck on your first game defeat, but still maybe lots to learn going forward.
Definitely, yeah.
Thanks indeed, Derek Lyons.
Okay.
Giving us his views there, the Waterford manager joining us.
Our game's about style. We forge our own path forward. Because our style is substance.